and welcome to another MimiQA. This time we're on episode, I think we're like 3 or something, into the new season 2. So welcome again to Tynemouth Station. I will also be doing TikTok lives as usual whilst doing this recording. So welcome. Oh my goodness, there's people flooding into TikTok this morning. So welcome everybody. I hope you're having a great day. Again, I'm here at Tynemouth Market getting ready for another Pokemon day. So if you're in or around Tynemouth in the northeast of England on a Sunday, come down to Tynemouth Market. It's one of the best places to come. And as usual, I will carry around my mobile studio. Posh name for a camera. But I will carry around my mobile studio whilst talking to you guys, recording for a podcast. And also at this beautiful station. Look at that, so glorious. I love this time in the morning. And there's my stuff. I'm here ready to set up at 8 o'clock. Look at that, my awesome stuff ready to go. Okay, so what has happened this week in the world of MimikyuMark? Well, I don't think a lot, to be honest. I think I opened, all days are merging together now. I think I may have opened some Lost Origins, so you'll start to see the odd Lost Origin opening appearing on my TikToks. Got some cool cards, so comment in the videos if you like to see what I pulled. But this week we are absolutely at this beautiful location at Tynemouth Station. Now I know there's been lots of card shows around. You guys love card shows, but you know what? This is better than a card show. Plus, I think there's like 4 of us here now on a Sunday, so loads of cards. I got some really great cards. Got a Bubble Mew. That's a nice one to sell. Got a Charizard from Paldean Fate from. I can't even get my right set names out now. From Phantasmal Flames. We've got, what else have we got? I think we've got the Gold Charizard as well from Phantasmal Flames. So they're all for sale at approximate market prices for what I could nearest tell from the night before. And we're all good to go. Oh, you know what? I love seeing. And the quiet. I say the quiet. If you're listening in, you may be able to hear the sounds of people moving tables around. Especially what I've noticed on the podcasts is it really picks up all of the ambient bird noises. So I think I've become like a ornithologist. Is it ornithologist? Unfortunately, around here it's mainly seagulls that you've got to watch out for. But yes, so we are here at this beautiful Tynemouth Market, getting ready for another amazing market day. You will occasionally hear a train. So I've got to say this on every cast. So you may occasionally hear a train. You may occasionally hear people squeaking tables around, because that's just what people do when they get ready. But some people who walk by will say hello, because it's a nice and friendly place here in the northeast of England. And we actually talk to each other, and we say hello, and we say hi, and thank you, and excuse me. Overly polite maybe, but that's what we do. So those of you in TikTok world, just type in how your week's been going. Type in, you may have purchased a Pokemon card recently. So type in what you've pulled recently. I'm hoping you've had some good hits, right? We all appreciate the Pokemon when we get the good hits. So tell me what good hits that you have this particular week. So for me, it was Charizard from Lost Origin. So not all Charizards are pretty, but this one's a Charizard laughing away with, I think it's Lance. Is it Lance? Someone tell me if I'm wrong. But it's the one where he's giggling away, so you don't always get an amusing Charizard, but this one is an amusing Charizard, so I was quite happy with that one. And I got a Giratina V. Oh, you know what? I wish it was the Altart, but it was the very last pack. And I think it was trolling me. So it was the cheapest of the cheap Giratina Vs. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. So hopefully I'll be able to get that video up as soon as possible. Berserker. So I think is it the Alolan? It's either Galarian or Alolan, isn't it? But the Berserker I got, which was an nice card and all. But morning guys. Lovely card, but again, some of the cheapest of the cheap. So but that Charizard, not only did I get it once, but I got it twice. So a bit of a spoiler alert, there is a video coming where I pull another one, and just to show that it is a different one, I do pull the other one into the same video shot. So I got it from a Build and Battle sort of box, so it was very, very similar to an ETB, but you get 2 Build and Battle little sets. Each one comes with a battle deck, like what you get for the pre-release events and stuff. Thankfully, one of those was the Gengar as well, so I've got a stamped Gengar sealed pre-release deck to sell today. I think they're about 30 quid. I mean, crazy. I think the card individually is like 20 quid, but I think sealed is probably worth that little bit extra, right? Well, I'm just at the far end of the station today, and I guess it's very rare you see it like this, but the far end of the station has kind of the area that all the traders park, and it looks dead eerie when there's no one there, but once the traders start bringing down their cars, it's absolutely just full of cars and full of activity. And even the guys, when they're putting out the tables for Tynemouth Market, this is what they transport them on. They've got these cool little cages so that they can put out all of these tables. And usually people get sort of like 1 or 2 tables, but I've got to have 4. I've got that many. I've got that many folders, and that many people come to me. I had to expand the operation for the influx of Pokemon lovers out there. So all of you guys, that forced me to pay more for tables because you all come and say hello. I love you all. So, but yeah. So everyone's still quiet this morning, and I'm assuming everybody's just waking up. I mean, I don't know what you're doing up at this time of the morning on a Sunday. What are you doing? Unless you're like me, coming to set up a stall. But we set up at about 8 o'clock-ish. So we'll be setting up in about, what's the time now? Yeah, so we'll be setting up in about 40 minutes. And it usually takes me till about 9 o'clock to be ready, or 8:30, 9, so half an hour to an hour. But people start flooding in even at that time. Tynemouth Market doesn't open till 9:30. And it goes all the way to sort of between 3 and 3:30 is when people start packing up. But people just cover your tables, and they're just like, I want Pokemon, give me some Pokemon now. And when I'm like, yeah, I have lots and lots of Pokemon. So, yeah, oh my goodness. So there's still people watching me this time in the morning. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Waking up. I bet you're lying in bed watching, going, what is that crazy guy doing inside that giant greenhouse? Well, it's a train station, and actually, I'm almost like that train spotter guy who's just about to do the grand tour. See, we've got a train. So there's going to be lots of noise. I say lots of noises. I'm at Tynemouth Station. Ryan does karting. So this is in the northeast of England, a place called Tynemouth. The mouth of the River Tyne, in case you haven't got the accent. But it's a beautiful, beautiful location where, it goes beyond those stairs. Oh, there goes the train. It's about to get a little bit noisy. For those train spotting, choo-choo, in one ear, out the other. There you go. So yeah, the in and around Newcastle, all the way to the coast and out to the airport and so on, and down to Sunderland, there is a metro system. You know what? And as much as it does get abuse, and I will sometimes be online saying this service is horrible, but actually it's pretty good, to be honest. I mean, the new trains that they've got are really, really cool. But yeah, it gets you in and around Newcastle. So it brings people to this beautiful, beautiful Victorian era station. It is an amazing station, all the glass, all the kind of the ornate sort of posts and things. It's a really, really, really pretty station. And it used to be, in days gone by, the station used to be almost like a giant arboretum. It used to have, lots of pretty plants hanging everywhere. And I think if you actually go to the entrance, then there are some old pictures. Tristram, I'm sure you've asked this last week. Do you dress up as a mascot before? I mean, I don't know. I'm wearing some Pokemon merch. I wouldn't call that mascot, but maybe I am a mascot. I don't know. But I do this as a hobby, guys. So I do this as a hobby. I don't really take any profit, to be honest. The money that is turned over goes into the next set. So if I spend a number of £1,000 on whatever the current set is, that money has to go into the next set, to buy more stuff. So I've always got stuff to open, and I can't wait for the next one, because I've probably got a bigger following than what I have for all my previous ones. But I will be doing lots and lots of videos for Perfect Order, and certainly for the next release, or the next wave I should say, of Ascended Heroes. So I'll be slowly doing Ascended Heroes. I don't want to dive into that thing because it's going to be a huge money pit, but some of the proper booster box sets, such as Perfect Order, they're there for the players. There's loads of really good playable cards, so I tend to open as much as I can, and there's a lot of local players who go to stores like Northumbria and Tin Soldier and North Shields, and they will come to me and say, hey, do I have 4 of that card, because I need it for my deck? And I'll be like, yeah, I've got like 20 of that card. Here's 4 of that card. So in Ascended Heroes, there's a card called the Poker Pad, and it's just a common card, okay, or so it says on the card, but the card is nowhere near common, unfortunately. With the amount I opened, it was like nearly 40 packs I opened. I only got 1 of this common trainer card, and it kind of, you start to realise why on sites like Card Market and eBay, that Poker Pad is like it's like a £5 card. I've not even checked it this morning, but I just give it away to one of our players. So there's a guy called Kai. So hello, shout out to Kai. He came down, and he's always building decks. He does all the Star Wars Unlimited with me and everything. So I was like, you know what, you have that Poker Pad. I'm sure there's going to be loads out there eventually. But at £5 a pop, a casual player, it's just a very expensive thing. So anything to help the players, it's absolutely cool. And thank you for all those likes. So Bucko 1984, I mean, that's possibly the same year I was born. I obviously can't confirm nor deny, because I'm a MimiQ. I'm a MimiQ, and I was never born, I was hatched. So that's a very good year, Bucko. And I hope you have a beautiful day, Bucko. Thank you so much for liking. It's really, really, really appreciate it. I think, and you know what, I must say this so many times, that's probably why no one listens to the podcast, but if you check out MimiQA, so MimiQA, on wherever you get your podcasts, it could be YouTube, could be Podbean, it could be Apple Podcasts, or whatever, wherever you get it, you absolutely... so I'm just seeing the messages there. Happy birthday to you. It's not my birthday today. It's not today. However, I will take that all the way into November, and I will absolutely cherish that. So thank you so much, Cat Lover. And a happy birthday to you, or if it was to somebody else. Anyway. So welcome this morning. Oh, there's another train incoming. That's Call the Lights. There we go. Tynemouth Station. I wonder if it's bringing any traders this morning. It's any of the traders. And that's how I get here. I've got my jingly jangly trolley with a number of boxes on it with all my Pokemon stuff. And I just jump on the metro. Yeah. And it takes me all the way here. And that's how I get here. Otherwise, I'll be sat in a queue at 5:30 in the morning waiting to get in just for a good parking space. So right now, I'd rather just use my jingly jangly trolley, and I will slowly walk down to my jingly jangly trolley so that you guys can see it. But yeah, so apart from the Lost Origin stuff this week, it's been quite sort of bare, and I seem to be having these huge gaps between, the releases. As much as the releases are coming quite quick, I think I've got to find a better strategy of opening stuff, like doing it slowly and savouring the moment. But everybody wants to get the big hits, right? Everyone wants to get the Charizard or the equivalent to the Charizard. And unfortunately, you can't always get them. I think I was quite lucky with the last lot. I managed to pull 3 in the end. I think 2 from the original booster box, opening joys. Thankfully, I managed to sell one really, really, really early and got a decent return. But yeah, so welcome everybody. So Brendan MF Bank says, yeah, I suggest doing that like 2 a.m. in a secluded area. It's easy to keep prized. I mean, there's other things I could be doing at 2 in the morning. I mean, I do this as a hobby, right? So I'll be sleeping. I will absolutely be sleeping at 2 o'clock in the morning. But yes, you are absolutely right. I think there are definitely better places to do it. I think I need to keep next to my sort of studio area at home. I think I probably need to keep like all my boxes there, and then just occasionally open up some stuff on camera and do the occasional like 1 minute, 2 minute live. I think I might time it with some of the events that TikTok does. So TikTok does these events where if you participate in a well-lit area using special lights and a webcam, then you can potentially earn some extra money from TikTok. So, that might help go into the next sets, So, yeah, it's gonna be good times. It's gonna be good times. But no, welcome. I love you all. When are you guys coming down Tynemouth Market? Well, I will. You know what? As crazy as it sounds, some people that watch this come down to Tynemouth Market and they say, "Oh, I've seen you on TikTok, or I recognize you." You know what? It's the best experience ever. So, I just want people to enjoy Pokemon and just to enjoy TCGs in general. So Olivia says, "Hey, can someone please like my ice skating posts?" Oh, you know what? Absolutely. Everybody, turn off my videos, jump into Olivia doing ice skating and like those posts. There we go, Olivia. I hope that gets you one person. Because that's all I get. But no, there we go. So so everyone jump into Olivia's thing and start liking it. Oh, but thank you so much. And thank you, Bucko, for keep liking my stream. Thank you so much. You know what? At least I talk on these streams. I think sometimes when I'm having my unalived scrolling through TikTok, I will sometimes see people just sat there asleep. What's going on with that? I think I've had that in previous podcast episodes where you just sort of look at it and you go, what is that person doing? And I think they're after likes and reacts to try and wake them up, as well as those crazy people who, cups, they've got cup towers and you've got to blast it with lasers and stuff. Really, really, really bizarre. But then there's some which just aren't there. There's some which just don't show up for some reason, and there's these TikTok videos. Or sometimes it's of like this view, okay, and someone's kind of walking along going, la 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 la, I'm here on TikTok. Or like, la 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 la, you can't see anything, but I'm just walking. Yeah, no. They need to be staring into the camera. M.1, oh, you've done the classic mistake. This is a MimiQ. That's a number 778. Oh no, nearly forgot my own number there. So a MimiQ tries to look like a Pikachu. That's why there's the general mistake. But a MimiQ wears a sack over its head, draws a Pikachu on it, and then just wants to be loved. Apparently, I know it's deeper and darker than that, but I don't know. Yeah, you know what? It is deeper and darker, and I think you should Google or YouTube or some other location where you can see videos. Some of the episodes, some of the later ones. I mean, you're talking. It's a much later gen. But Jesse from Team Rocket ends up getting a MimiQ, and if you were to ever see a MimiQ, you would be unalived, I think is the word I've got to use. And yeah, so Jesse goes through this unaliving experience, or near unaliving experience, if that's the proper word. And she's dead kind to it. But I don't want to do a massive spoiler alert. But there's a really cute scene at the end. So MimiQ in the series really hates Pikachu, like really, really, really just can't, because it's all twisted. Because it's one of these kind of weird twisted. It wants to be loved, and Pikachu's loved, and it's not, and it's a massive envious sort of relationship thing going on. But it's more born out of love. But anyway, the MimiQ eventually, ends to sort of love everyone, and it sort of calms the F down. Does fudge? F stands for fudge. It calms the absolute fudge down and becomes a lovely, lovely Pokemon. So yeah. So welcome everybody, and we've got some beautiful people this morning who are starting to unpack. So you'll hear it does get a little bit noisy in here. and hopefully not too distracting from the world of either TikTok or the world of podcasts. So so anyway, all of that because someone tried to say I was a Pikachu. And you know what? The amount of times people in the street will just shout, Pikachu! And I kind of have to go, well, actually, I think you'll find this is a MimiQ. Yes, the inner geek in me comes out, and you've got to start educating people on what a MimiQ is. But yes, so we're still recording here. Still recording on the podcast. I try to keep them quite short now. I used to, when I was down here at 5:30 in the morning, sat in a car, I used to, stream for about an hour or so. Occasionally, Mimi was with me. Mimi, unfortunately, is not here today. I think Mimi will start coming down once it warms up. Mimi likes her bed. So Mimi will eventually join us again. Unfortunately, today is not the day. But I just wanted to come on. I want to say hello to everybody there and see how you guys were doing. And you're obviously doing rather well. So thank you so much for people who jump in, comment, and take part. It's much appreciated. This is a beautiful, beautiful place to do it. So I absolutely appreciate everything you do. But for now, I think that's probably enough for this very short cast, since it's getting a little bit noisy this morning. Maybe I should start wearing my mic, and then it sort of mutes it a bit. But thank you so much, and for all of you in the podcast world, I will see what I can do to make these longer, or maybe even record some new stuff away from the station. So take care, everybody, and have a good one.